Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Doc, and I know we've had a break for like 5 days. I have a perfect explanation for it. I needed to take some time off from YouTube and from editing and from recording to focus on my social life, which I've been neglecting a lot lately. And I went to visit some friends in a different city, well, actually a different country as well. And yeah, that's why I was gone for a few days. I'm sorry I haven't updated you guys on that. I'm still, figuring out how to post those pictures on YouTube. I have updated people on Instagram. So if you had my Instagram, you knew that I was, not around on YouTube for the time being. But anyway, today on the agenda, what we have is the starting Africa. That was going to be a whole series I was going to be making. And I'm still going to be making it. The only thing is we already started Africa with the cheetah exhibit, with the Nile lechwe. You guys have already seen most of it, but this video was planned before those, but then the pack came out and then I just had to make some adjustments and post some things earlier than they were supposed to go and post some things later than they were supposed to be. So here I just built the shelter. Now this shelter is going to be expanded a whole lot more. One more good news I have, we're going to be putting out, I'll be putting out a Pineland Zoo update, because this build is also in Pineland Zoo. This is just a door that I made. I use it for every single thing. I use it as a base. Here I'm going to be changing the entire thing. I just find it easier to use it as a base, to be honest. I can put this in the workshop. By the time I upload this video, I put the custom fence I used for the Nile lechwe in the workshop. I'll link that down below. I'll also link it to the person who asked for it, because I just think I'm, I need to hold my promises with the workshop items. Now, once you get this zoo, by the way, you're going to have access to my items anyway. But good news, not but, why did I use that? So good news is that Pineland Zoo is finished. I am very surprised I'm saying that. Because I thought I wasn't going to finish it for months. And I thought I would never be able to finish it, especially given my CPU and my specs. They're not at all, what is for high spec playing, or like to fill out the whole map. It's not recommended to play with what I'm playing with. Despite that, the entire map is filled out, you guys. And I have so many videos that are just going to come from Pineland Zoo. Every single new DLC animal so far, from the new pack with the capybara for the wetlands pack, all have a home at Pineland Zoo at the moment. That includes the cattle. For the cattle, at this point, I don't remember what I made a video for. Here I'm just making a little bit more custom fencing. If you like something, please do not hesitate to just write down, hey, I like this thing, Doc, can you just please put that into the workshop and give me the link? Don't hesitate, just tell me, dude, give me that thing. I'll happily give it to you. Here I'm just making a little, what I called at a later point, the Serengeti lookout. Why? Now this video is not just going to be the zebra, it's also going to be the lions. The lions also can be seen from where you look at the zebra at the zoo, which I find very, very cool. Now this place, like this entire enclosure, might look a bit small for like an entire herd of zebra and sable antelope, and because with at least African animals, I always make sure that they get the interspecies enrichment, because Planet Zoo requirements, they're not super happy, especially animals like zebra or not Thompson's gazelle. I don't have Thompson's gazelle because I don't have the deluxe pack. Springbok, black wildebeest, sorry. They have that requirement. Not a requirement, but a preference. So they're always happier when you put more animals with them, especially if you play like I do. I don't like giving my animals toys. I just don't like it. I don't like the way they look. If you've ever noticed it, most of the time, if I'm going to give toy enrichments, it's either something that doesn't look like a toy, like I'm never going to give my elephants a ball to play with. If I do, you'll always see me giving it to them inside their shelter. I might do the same thing today, but I don't think I'm putting too many toy enrichments in. Now, if you guys have been following for a while, you know that at Pineland Zoo, what we're trying to do is make sure that the animals are happy based on what Planet Zoo, requires for animals to be healthy and happy and have high welfare. But also, we're trying to make zoos a bit realistic. And to be very honest, I've never ever in my life went to a zoo and saw zebras playing with a toy. Like, I've never seen it. And if it happens in their backstage area, because it just doesn't look natural, and it just these animals are not pets. So I don't like that requirement to give like wolves a ball to play with. I get that the whole idea is to enrich them so that they're not bored, because zoo animals can have zoochosis and be very depressed, and because they don't have much to do. But with the exhibits we're building at Pineland Zoo, they shouldn't have a difficulty of finding things to do. But regardless, I'll give them enough enrichment. Anyway, what I was trying to get at here is the fact that with African animals, you can kind of get away with not giving them enrichment items that are toys if you include, if you just go by their interspecies enrichment requirements, and they're going to be happy. Here I'm just building like a little lake. What happens here is, you're going to see this in the cinematics. When you look to the Serengeti lookout, in the background you see lions, which cannot jump into the, zebra enclosure. That'd be awful. In real life zoos, they will usually not place zebra or, prey animals anywhere near predator animals. Like lions will never be right next to zebras where they can see them. Here at Pineland Zoo, we don't want to do that. We want them to see each other, to like enrich them even more, so that they can even have a fear enrichment. I guess I just thought it looks cooler, to see the prey and predator at the same time. Here I'm just placing some of the signs, because in the beginning I planned that these three animals would be the ones in this habitat, but nope, they are not. At some point we switch around the animals with different animals, and the Nile lechwe and the ostrich are together. Someone suggested last video that we should put the hippopotamus and the greater flamingo together. I love that idea. I'm going to do that in a let's play if I can get the game to start again. Now, I might just do that in an older save file so that we can see how it works out, because as of now, as I said to you guys, I can't really play the game. I have over 400 animals in the game, if I remember correctly, because I finished it just before I, voice over this video. And at the moment, I'm just waiting for some speed builds to render my other computer. Today, I really can't talk. Other than that, here I'm just extending the stables or the shelter for the zebra, because I wanted it to be bigger so that I could put more animals in. If you have enough shelter space, your animals will usually be happier. If you don't have enough shelter space for your animals, they're not going to be super excited to be in that exhibit. No matter how big the exhibit is, they want hard shelter, which is understandable. Now, here I'm just making the framing. I love using these plaster pieces, because let me give you a tip about it. If you want to use two materials at the same time, always cut them with like a trim. Don't just go from stone to wood, because with the in-game textures and models, it just looks a bit odd. So I would always suggest, get like one of those wooden trims, get a architectural beam, put it in between where the transition from one material to the other happens, because that's going to give you much more of a realistic look. Here I'm just terraforming for the lines as well, and the staff area that we're going to be putting in for Africa. The African section of the zoo is very multi-layered, because it follows the concept of circle of life. The entire section is inspired by Lion King. I have watched Lion King, the animated version 1 and 2, Simba's Pride, I think, with Kiara, like his daughter. I've also watched the live action for better inspiration about how to do my foliage and how to do everything else. That's why a lot of things are multi-layered, because my idea was that all animals that are not lions are going to be below lions. Both they're that way in food chain, but also at Pineland Zoo, Lions are one of the animals that end up having the highest ground. If you don't count the capuchin monkeys, we made them an outside exhibit. Yeah, outside exhibit. Same with lemurs because they were inside, as you guys remember. I don't know if you remember. Did I show them before? I think I did. I just I can't remember at the moment. I've recorded so many videos that are coming out soon, but they used to be inside. Now they're outside. But we're about to be done with this build. Now they also have like a section of the habitat that is made specifically so that they don't get stressed. Here are the cinematics. I'll just let you enjoy this now. I hope you guys liked this video. Sorry for being gone so long. We're back now, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.